you can't tell. Mix a special brew with fire inside of you. Anytime you feel danger or fear, instantly I will appear. It's all in me.
I'm sorry. I got, I got carried away with something and the time got away from me. Oh my God, forgive me. I'm like 5 minutes late. Welcome back to the second hour of Love Babs Love Talk. I'm Babs Rolls Ivy. It's the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. And I think it's brisk out. I think it's a fall day. I think it's a very fall day. Oh my Lord. So we have to just be ready. I don't know about you, but it's fall. So I have to figure out, you're gonna need a sweater, right? You need all the it's it I, put away the summer clothes and uh and get the winter clothes, the fall clothes ready. Cause yeah. It's gonna be cold. It's cold today anyway. So we'll see what happens. I'll do my very best. You know, I'll do my very best. Put on a sweater, make it go. I gotta go to the gym after this anyway, because I gotta, go pump my iron. And then I gotta make some cornbread for dinner because Wednesdays we get together for dinner. And I gotta make some cornbread. I'm tempted to run up to Ion and get cornbread because then I could get dessert too. But that might be a bridge too far because I do need to practice violin and I need to sit and work on LSAT section. So I don't think I'll be able to run up to Middletown to get um, cornbread. But damn, that cornbread is good. So, and I got a Long Wharf meeting at 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I am not in the mood for that either. I love Long Wharf. I just, I just like to have a week of no meetings. It's all. Just a week of no meetings. But all is well. All shall be well. And all shall be well. All shall be well. And now that's it. I listen. Uh, that's it. I am concerned about this storm in Florida. I contacted some of my Florida people. So far, they seem to be okay. They stand on top of the storm. The storm is like 1 minute it's on track, next minute it's off track. But pretty much all of Florida though is gonna catch some of this. So, and this thing is at a category 4, so it's coming in hot. That's a lot. I mean, I'm not surprised by anything. When I saw what happened to Asheville, and Asheville's up in the damn mountains. Do you hear me? Ain't no water there. It's not on the coast. It's up in the mountains. And the destruction, the mudslides, so much rain created so much mudslides. It's just, in all the places, it's just wild. So, so I'm thinking about all the people I know in Florida and what needs to happen. And they got a governor who's just I don't understand him at all. So Kamala calls and he's like, I'm not gonna take her call because it just feels political. And I'm like, bro, you are a politician. What? He's just, at Yale, y'all need to, y- you know, y'all let that fool in your university. And he's just stupid. And I don't know what his application said, but y'all let that fool in and he got a Yale education, and he's just as dumb as a doorknob. I I'm gonna put that on y'all. I mean, I think he was born that way, but y'all educated him, so he should know better. I mean, he's just DeSantis is a dummy. I don't get it. Why would you uh, playing politics at a time like this? That's what you come up with? You not thinking about your citizens? Oh, but you spent all that money putting immigrants on buses to New York and Chicago and all the places that you sent people to. You spent all that money showboating, showboat trying to show that you was some big tough guy. And you look like you know what, Florida, get your votes right. He can't run again, right? He's not gonna run again. I think do they have term limits in Florida? I don't know. But Florida, y'all, and I don't even like Florida politics like that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Florida, y'all deserve something better than that asshat. 'Cause he is not doing you any favors. None. And when all this is said and done, he's gonna have to take a call from somebody. Because I'm gonna tell you what, Mar-a-Lago ain't gonna take care of nobody in Florida except Mar-a-Lago. And he gonna half-ass do that. And he's not gonna take care of the people that work for him. He's not gonna take care of the people that gotta drive in from wherever the hell they drive in from to work at that place. He's not gonna take care of none of them. And at the end of the day, he can helicopter out. Y'all, you can't do it. So I don't know how you have a governor who is so uh so not about his constituents, not interested in their well-being at all. I don't get that. Why do you even want to be governor? Because you thought it was a stepping stone to the presidency. Let me tell you something, DeSantis, whatever it is. You are mediocre and lackluster at best. At best. You didn't have what it takes. You never had what it took. Those people in Florida, they hate the same people you hate. And I don't even think you hate people. I just think you used it because it was an easy tool to use to get the votes you wanted. And so here you are. So when you say you're not going to take the vice president's call because it feels like it's playing politics, that makes no sense. You are a politician. I who you gonna call Ghostbusters? I'm just who? What is wrong with you? That just makes that means you are just canceling out your citizens. You're not trying to get help, and they're gonna help you anyway. They're gonna help you regardless, because you know what? They are the president and the vice president of these United States. And you're just the governor of Florida, and not a very good governor at all. And the ones that like you because they hate the same people that you espouse to hate. That's what they are about. They're not about their neighbors either. They're not about a unified Florida. They're about what they're about. And you feed into that. You're an asshat, Governor DeSantis. I would be embarrassed if I was a Floridian that you were my governor. I would be embarrassed. I really would. Because you're not the best and the brightest that could be running that state. And people know that. You know, it's just ridiculous. It's playing politics. You're a politician. Like what? Does he wake up that stupid? I'm just trying to get a sense. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no storm. I just I just find it unconscionable that a governor would make that statement in the midst of a unheard of storm. Okay. And then when people are like, they can't get insurance for their homes in Florida. Oh, yes, they can. There are people here with insurance. Like, Governor, are you high? You do know you're the governor of Florida. These insurance companies are pulling out of Florida faster than you can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I know Milton is like, oh, that's it. And whoever's left standing in Florida, Milton is like, okay, I'm out. I'm out. So all you people who live in Florida, building houses in Florida, you better have your own. You better have some private funding or something, because you got a governor who's not even interested. You should spend your time trying to broker deals with insurance companies to provide insurance in your state instead of, packing buses with undocumented folks and sending them up north. And guess what? They open up, welcome them with open arms in Martha's Vineyard, New York, and all these places. And I'm not suggesting that, it was an easy route for them. I'm sure it's very difficult and challenging. But when you see stuff like that, it just speaks to the fact he lacks an interest in humanity. That's really what that means. That he lacks an interest in humanity. That you could treat people that way. That you could treat them like chattel. Because that's really he must be channeling his ancestral slaveholding relatives, because that's just what that feels like to me. you know yeah, I said it. Get on Skip Gates' show and let him dig up your roots. See if there's some slave owners in your history, because you acting like it. I don't know, I don't get it. you know I just don't get it. I don't get it. you know I just don't get it. So anyway, uh I'm looking at this Orozco Reels and Votes. I don't know what this is about, Paul. Who is Orozco? Do I even want to know? Because the things that I'm seeing is freaking me out. And I'm not saying I'm feeling triggered, but this is like creeping me out, the language that I'm seeing. So I don't know what this is. Do I want to know? Uh, I don't know. So he's a 43-year-old Morse code based mixed martial arts impresario. Impresario? And he's pursuing a rematch as the Republican challenger to Democratic incumbent State Martin Looney in the 11th district, which covers the eastern half of New Haven. These people. Okay. So I'm just gonna read this. It's up on the Daily Independent. In the weeks before the November 5th election, you might see Orozco stopping by your door to pitch his candidacy for change in how the city and the state address the schools, crime, and budgeting. In 2022, he began door knocking months earlier in the summer. I did a lot more door knocking last time. The door knocking didn't get too far. People don't want to answer the door. People don't want to take the time to speak to you because you're an idiot. But if you have a phone, you, along with 3,308 followers, may just as likely come across some of his 83 and counting high energy, fast moving campaign videos on Instagram. Well, he made memorable videos in 2022 campaign as well. This time he's stepping up his Reels game, he said, during a campaign interview on WNHH. Paul is good. Paul will talk to everybody. This time he's stepping up his reels game, he said during a campaign interview on Dateline New Haven. The videos reach more people in an efficient manner, and the more I post, more people I reach. All right. So his videos range from human trafficking and pedophile warnings to Trump MAGA support to his to hits against identity politics. One representative recent video is up it's in the thing was sparked by hearing New York City Kathy Hochul promote a tech outreach initiative by stating, right now, we have young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know these things. Okay, well, Kathy Hochul is an idiot. I mean, she's just an idiot. So I discount that. A lot happens in the 24-second video. So he mashes up Hochul's comments with an audio clip of Mob Deep's survival of the fittest, and split screen video of a young black actor pretending to be an ape rampaging through an Apple store. Okay, so he turns to a MacBook upside down and sideways as if trying to figure out how it works. Okay, I get the comedy in that. The fact that the liberals say that this out loud is crazy, the video proclaims. He called this video the most fun. So why don't you just make videos and stay the hell out of politics? Because you just want to play around. So Hochul's remarks upset me because you treat people like they're inferior. But what does it got to do with New Haven? Because that sounds like to me, the people in New York got to be outraged about Hochul's. Because we don't vote in New York. We vote in here in Connecticut, and specifically in New Haven, and very specifically, the East Shore people vote for East Shore people. So he's a Trinidadian lineage and identifies as black. Yeah, duh. Uh, I don't like this black inferiority complex. Who has that? What is he in 1950? It really drives me crazy. Character is everything, and I think Democrats have really mastered that narrative identity politics. They've done a great job at it. Do you understand what identity politics is? Because I don't think you're talking about it correctly in this context, but I could be wrong. I started playing with my laptop like I couldn't figure out how to use it, and we're not that stupid. No, you're not. And like we know how to get a voter ID, we know how to use a computer. I think that when you look at another race as inferior, that they can't do things, that's supremacy in my world. Again, that's in New York. I don't Martin Looney is not that way, and you're running against Martin Looney. So I'm not understanding what Hochul has anything to do with anything. I mean, that's New York's her stupidity is New York's problem. And I honestly get in line because there's a long line of well-meaning white folks who have no regard for black people and think that black people are inferior. In 2024, ask me how I know. So that's neither here nor there. So when you're raising children and telling them they are victims and oppressed, they're going to become adults who think they're victims and oppressed. Does he have kids? Who is doing that? I don't know any parent who does that. Does he have kids? I don't think pitching this victim mentality or black inferiority complex moves the needle at all. What is he talking about? Victim mentality and black inferiority. Who? I'm just trying to understand how are we connecting the dots with what Kathy, the governor of New York, says, and you running against Martin Looney. What is that? That's apples and steak. I don't get it. So it sounds like you just want to make videos, which is fine. Make videos that are fun and witty. I'm just trying to understand, why do you want to be a state rep? I mean, why do you want that seat? You know, you have to do more than make videos. I just unless you're just trying to raise some awareness about some foolishness that you're making up in your mind. Because I don't know anybody who's pitching victim mentality of black inferiority. Now I know there's some white folks and some black folks who don't like black people. But you know, so being honest and being playful at the same time, that's the key to making an effective video. All right. I'm just trying to, you know. I get his satire. I'm just trying to what is the point? So, well, he received 22.3% of the votes against Looney in 2022. So, I mean, that's not that's not a small number. So, you know, I just think it would be a mistake to have him as your representative because he's just not serious about this work. He's just clowning. He's a impresario. I like that word, Paul. Impresario. It's like court jester, fool, clown. Okay. So so he said he needs to learn more before having a position on adjusting the validity cap. Okay. I think you need to I don't know what you need. I think you all right, Paul, you gave this cat some shine. You put him on, as we say in the hood. You put him on. I don't know why you put him on, but I mean, I guess it's the season to talk to everybody. Because you had that Massey, Black Corner Massey on the other day, and he's another fool. What is this? Let's put Republicans on week. Just where they're not going to be. They're not going to be over here. But Paul is fair-minded. Paul Bass is very fair-minded. And I think he finds all this stuff kind of interesting. Me, not so much. Uh like Looney, he supports a bill to allow strikers to receive unemployment benefits after 2 weeks on the line. Okay. He's like, there's usually a fair reason why people are striking. He doesn't know anything about organized labor, does he? The law should include a time limit, and it can't be unemployment for a year. Mm. All right. He opposes electrification of Connecticut transit and school bus fleets. I'm not big on the whole electric market. I do think the fossil fuel should stay intact. I think that's where a lot of jobs are created. I, what? What jobs? Like what jobs does fossil fuel create? You mean like on the big rigs, like drilling for oil? Because that's the only thing I could think of that you mean. He's not very bright, is he? Keep making videos, kid. He opposes Looney's proposal for a mansion tax, increasing real estate levies on the most expensive homes. He's just giving people reasons to leave the state of Connecticut. These rich people are not going to leave the state of Connecticut. Where are they going to go? New Jersey? People aren't going to move into Connecticut with a mansion tax in comparison to people leaving. Where you think these people gonna not pay a mansion tax if it was on it? They'll pay a mansion tax and so much more because they like the proximity of Connecticut. They like Connecticut for its politics, its weather, its access to New York, Boston, DC, and airports. Come on. These people are not gonna, you think they're gonna just walk away from these mansions and leave them what? Abandoned? Get out of here. He opposes Looney's proposal. Okay, for the man. And so I Paula put people on. Go ahead, Paul. If I was Martin Looney, I'd be like, who? It's like if I'm Rosa DeLauro, I'd be like, I'm I'm not debating that guy. I don't get it. Yes, I mean there is human trafficking in New Haven. I serve on the board of Love 146. There's human trafficking just about everywhere in the world. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna I was gonna I mean, okay. I think he's got a talent for making videos. I think he should stick to that. I don't understand the desire to be elected to office. I mean, it's the noblest form of public service, I think. Being elected to office, that means people believe in you and they put their votes behind you so that you could win. I don't really understand what this guy wants. Maybe some attention, which is fine. Everybody likes a little attention. I just don't. I don't. I mean, I mean, sure. I think Kathy Hochul with that comment. I mean, it was just stupid. She's out of touch too. But I don't got a dog in a New York fight. New Yorkers got to decide whether or not they want that kind of stupidity. Connecticut don't have no 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 skin in that game. But what we do have is legislators who have spent their life working on issues that benefit Connecticut. And I know people sometimes feel a way about what they think is career politicians. But I mean, that's the only arena that people sort of feel that way about, which just makes no sense. Because you never go in your dentist's office and be like, "Oh, I need a new dentist because you're old," or you've been a dentist too long. I need a new dentist. No, you stay with your dentist until that dentist dies, and then you're forced to get another one, or they retire. Then you got to go get another dentist, and then you'll be kind of long faced if you get somebody who looks like they're 12. Then you're like, "Do you really know what you're doing?" So when I hear people talking about, oh, politicians, and I'm thinking politicians don't elect themselves, people elect politicians. And as long as people feel confident and comfortable in the representation, people should stay in the game. And it takes so long to get the understanding of the game and to get standing whether you could actually make movement at that level, at the federal level. When you first get elected, and ask Senator Whitfield this. Um, when you first get elected, you don't get the high ranking stuff. That's a period of time. You have to put the time in and learn. You have to learn. You have to learn all the players and all the things and who wants what and where they're from and what they care about. That takes time. And then by the time, you spend enough time getting to know all the players and what they care about and what they will align with you on and what they won't, then by that time you've served enough time where you can get into these positions of leadership. Whereas Rosa DeLauro said the other day, move some money, because you don't get to move money the first day you walk in there. If you think that, y'all are stupid and foolish. You've got to put some time in. That's at every level of every elected position in anywhere in this country. You think you get on the board of alders and you think you're going to be what, the president of the board of alders? Heck no. You got to do your time on that floor. You got to make friends and you got to, bring legislation collaboratively. Are you kidding me? I'm just saying. So it's just wild to me that people get all into. Now, if you're a bad politician and you don't deliver, then you got to go. But the people get to decide that. You know, if Rosa DeLauro has the wherewithal to continue to run, damn it, run. And if somebody feel like they don't like it, then this is what you do. You put boots on the ground. You get a coalition together. You get out there and you pound the pavement and you drum up votes for yourself. That's how you do it. I don't want to hear another Republican whining about, oh, she's been in it a long time. It is not her responsibility to do the Republican work of getting y'all situated to run for office. Republicans, you do your own damn work. But I know how y'all do. There's neighborhoods you're not going to go in, right? You're not going to be in black neighborhoods. You're not even going to come out of your white neighborhoods. Stop it. Oh, and people whining about a two-party system, but ain't nobody rising up to create a third party. And the third party that's out there you don't like. And guess what? I don't like them either. But if you want something done, you can't just whine about it. See, this is what happens. All these people who whine about politics are on the sidelines wanting somebody else to do the work that they themselves are not willing to do. You want a third party, go get one. That's what I would suggest. If you don't like Rosa DeLauro running for the 18th million time, then you get a coalition of folks together and y'all mount a campaign. This is how it works. You mount a campaign. You could upset. We've seen upsets in the political realm. You could do it, but it takes work. And guess what? The Democrats are not responsible for helping you do that. That's all. So go ahead. If you want to run on Trump, you want to stand on the shoulders of Trump. You want to push the narrative that Trump is what's best for this country. All right, do that. But you're not even these Republicans here are not even willing to do that. They don't like Donald Trump, so they are quiet, right? They don't want to say anything. They don't want to say they don't want to come out against because they want y'all, you know what? Y'all are sad. You are sad, sad, sad. Guess what? When we didn't want Biden and we were like, but we would have rallied around Biden. But when Nancy Pelosi walked her little high heels in there and said, listen, you got to move because we got to win. And as soon as Kamala got off that phone, it was a whole campaign out the door with all the social media, all the bells and the whistles, all the video. It was just like abracadabra. That's the power of black girl magic. So I'm just saying. I just, listen. Good luck to you, Orozco. Good luck to you, bruh. Good luck. Good luck. I ain't mad at you. And Paul Bass likes to put people on. So high five, Paul, for giving people an opportunity to I don't know, do their thing. I'm on my way out. Tomorrow, I've got a bunch of guests on tomorrow, which is really nice. Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. And I think I have the cat from Data Haven is on tomorrow. Mark Abraham is coming on tomorrow from Data Haven. And Karima Mickens Weber, the Hamden town clerk, she's coming on tomorrow to talk about the third annual Amplify the Arts at the Eli Whitney Barn this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So my Jewish sisters and brothers, y'all could get out on Sunday, catch it. Uh, and Susan Clinard is having her open studio as well in West Haven. She's in West Haven. So I'll be talking about all things tomorrow. So tune if you like. And I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Doreen, for riding shotgun. You only got a few more days before Harry comes back off the range. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Oh, Lord.